and Uncle Rick, they bought the farm from my grandfather. The original barn that my grandfather built. It's got to be pushing 70 years almost now. At the beginning anyway, they didn't have the ventilation in them. You open the door at one end and open up the door at the other, and the wind would just blow through. Everything was by hand. Feeding, milking. So much physical labor. There's always work to be done. You need to be in the barn at 5 o'clock in the morning. Plus you got all your feeding. And then you need to be in the barn for 4 in the afternoon. If you're out haying or combining, someone has to shut down and come back and start milking. We knew that going with automated milking was gonna at least spread that workload out.
Footprint of the barn is roughly about 28,000 square feet. This style of barn is called guided flow. Basically the barn's broken down into quadrants: feed alley, resting area, the holding area, and automated milking system. When the cows are done getting milked, they'll walk through this runway here. When they get to this gate is going to send them in different directions. If they're done being milked, it sorts them into the feed alley on the other side of this gate. It makes work a lot more efficient because I'm not going around out into the herd finding the cow that I need. We also have a mister. When it's hot, humid outside, it lightly wets them down just to cool them off a little bit. So these are our 2 automated milking systems. These are where the cows all get milked. An AMS system is set up that a cow can milk as often or as little as she wants. So this is the cow's transponder that she wears. When she goes into the AMS, goes through a sort gate, this basically is like a key. It just lets her in anywhere she goes. We also have what's called a behavioral analysis system. We'll be the first one in Manitoba that are actually going to have this technology. Each cow has this ear tag that she'll wear. Wherever she is in the barn, it's always keeping track of what she does throughout the day. It's just another piece of data and information that I can have to manage my animals. So this is one of our 5 cow brushes that we have in the barn. If they ever have a scratch or an itch that they have, they'll come up against it. The motor will sense that there's movement. It'll turn the brush on, the brush will start spinning, and the head moves all over the place, so they can get their backs, they can get the backs of their heads, they can get their sides, they can move all around them. The mattress, it's called a Pro Mat. You can feel it when you step on it, that it's really soft. They lay down a lot more. They lay down for longer periods. All these black drop tubes, they all come from a straw bedding system outside. We fill a hopper full of chopped straw, and then It's all fed all around the barn. One of the important elements of this barn especially is our ventilation system that we put in. Is just gonna be able to make the barn a lot more comfortable place to be for the cows with that constant airflow. We also have circulation fans running parallel with each other in the barn, constantly spinning the air in a circular motion around the barn. Everything is automatically climate controlled. This is our main feed alley. After they're done getting milk, they're free to come up, eat as much as they want. We have an automatic feed pusher that's going to come around and we'll just re-push the feed back up against the rail. All the windows we've installed and all the polycarbonate doors, just letting in all that natural sunlight. In the wintertime, it's crazy how much heat comes through those polycarbonate doors. It was very important to us when we designed this barn and built it that everything was energy efficient and sustainable.
The number one thing with this barn is cow comfort. And we also wanted to make it user efficient for ourselves. You still have your chores and that, but you can have a little more family time.
Well, I've had some good days, and I've had some worse, but none compared to the days that I've had with you.
It's another one of those milestones now that we've hit, building this barn and setting us up for the future.
This was the best day of my life. Thanks for the best day of my life.